Hi there, boys and girls, and all you kitties and beautiful dorks out there. Wow. Zachary Xanatos here, aka Z the Hellcat, with some updates and what have yous. I hope everyone is having a decent enough and stress free weekend as best I can. So yeah. Um, I know I made a little promise. Well, maybe not a promise. I was hoping to get out a skit that has been kind of in a development hell for a little around a year, give or take. That's primarily on me, and that's just is what it is. I won't go into the nit and gritties of the up and downs with it, but it is not as done as I would have liked. I've been working on it for the past 3-4 days, just making little tweaks and adjustments and all that good stuff. But yeah, still a little bit ways to go, but I think it'll be done sometime this week. Yeah, I'd say it's about roughly halfway, maybe 2/3 the way through, but I figured before I dip from the blue skies as of tomorrow, more on that after this, um, I figured I'd give you guys a little taste. Not gonna play the whole thing. I'm not going to blow my load that early. Yes. Apologize about that. I forgot to put my phone on silent. Also, I'm using a different microphone at the moment. But yeah, without a further ado, let us slip over here to the big screen. Hey, look at that. And let us lose the logo, bada bing. And yeah, I'm gonna go fuck quiet for a little bit, and I'll let you kitties enjoy a preview from the show The Strange Place. Episode That's No Petting Zoo. I think you guys will get a really general idea of where it's going, and I hope this generates some excitement for when it drops. I'm working hard on this one, so that way I can move on and work on another project that I'm a little behind on, as well as working on more of my own original content and pushing forward on the voice acting side of my life. So yes, here we go. Hope you kitties enjoy.
Well, it took months, kids, but we did it. We are here in good old family-friendly Tijuana, Mexico. Yay!
Hola, gringo.
Oh, honey, it's so magical. Just whimsical. Well, family, what shall we do first?
Look, Dad, there's a poster for something called a donkey show. What's that? It's obviously some kind of Mexican petting zoo, duh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh times infinity. Nuh-uh times infinity plus infinity. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh.
Children, please. Oh, honey, what do you think? Well, by golly, why the heck not? That sounds like some good, wholesome family entertainment. Let's go do it, kids. Yay!
Oh, yes, there's evil to come. Double entendre. Big shout out to Abigail Osa for helping me with this project. I did a stupid about a year ago. I recorded this all in one fucking take. With every flub and trial on some of this, there was a last minute writing element that I felt the need to shoehorn in, which will be in here, just working on those elements for the music side of things. But yeah, I was stubborn. I didn't want to do any retakes. I didn't want to re-record everything, or just sit down and edit it myself. It was pretty close to probably like roughly 30-45 minutes of it. And again, I don't know. I just kind of sat on it, and I had a few people offer help, and that didn't quite work out like I had hoped. And then Miss Abigail just kind of came up and just did it. Didn't even ask. Just kind of did it after hearing the audio and knocked it out. And I felt so stupid for just not doing it. But mind you, to be fair, last year I was going through a lot of mental health stuff, and I think that played a really big part in it. And like I said, there was some other hiccups regarding the development of this, as well as some life things happen. But it is what it is. And now, as you can see, it's in progress, and I will be glad when this is done so I can move on, because frankly this is probably the biggest reason why I haven't moved on to other projects as of yet, but oh, hopefully it'll be worth it. Whether it is or isn't, I will just be glad to just kind of wash my hands of it. I will certainly be proud of it for myself once it's all said and done. A lot is being put into this one. It's probably one of the longer ones I am doing, not including another project, but that is way, 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 way early in its conceptual stage. So we'll see where that goes. But again, I shan't kiss and tell. But let's get back to the beast. Yes, hi, there I am again. But yeah, so again, I'm shooting for sometime next week getting this full version released. Got a little work tomorrow, but after that, I'm pretty much freed up, save for a stupid job fair thing. Oh, excuse me. And we're doing this candid, like, yeah. Hope you like the ASMR of me belching. But yeah, got some stuff coming up. Sadly, job market shit is still shit. Trying to fight AI vetting and just ghost jobs. There have been so many fucking ghost jobs. They're still roughly around 40% out there. So if you're struggling finding a job, it's not you. I'm just gonna guarantee that right now. It's not you. It's everything is just kind of borked at the moment. So whatever you're looking for, if you're in the same situation as I am, or you're just trying to escape a current shitty job, just realize, if you're not getting callbacks or you're getting very little, hits, no matter how many job applications you put out there, I just want to stress, it's not you. It's definitely not you. just things suck right now, but all we can do is just keep pushing out there, and hopefully at some point we can all do our own thing. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm just kind of doing it in a very slow manner. I have my own little principles that I work with that, sometimes hang me up. And I also, again, I do deal with mental health stuff. So, I don't move as fast as I used to. I'm getting up there in age. Little stray kitties. But speaking of principles, as mentioned before, I will be leaving the BlueSky as of tomorrow. I will probably hit that delete button probably around noonish my time, if not just prior to midnight. So it'll either be before or after work. I might do it after work, just to kind of leave this up a little longer. So yeah, Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So probably by about 11:59, give or take, around that time, I'm just going to be like, bleep, bye. And there's multiple reasons why I'm bailing on BlueSky. It's very similar to the reasons why I bailed on Twitter and Instagram and Threads and any other prior ones. So and again, there are several reasons, but the linchpin was the whole age verification thing. I'm sorry. I have been an artist, a self-proclaimed punk rock philosopher, cyberpunker, and an IT professional for a very long time. And one of the biggest things that I advocate for is privacy, personal privacy, your personal information, your anonymity, especially since the heyday of the interwebs. For better or for worse, it wasn't a perfect environment and all that shit. It was clunky, it was dirty, but you at least could be you. And you could be you knowing that you are safe, unless you were actively trying to reveal who you are in the real world. And the best part about that, too, was your anonymity really showed you for who you are. And, yeah, there were a lot of fucking trolls, there were a lot of fucking creeps, but here was the cool thing. We knew who they were by just their anonymity. We didn't have to know who they were in real life because we knew, hey, if this is you behind a mask, then this is the real you. So if I meet you in person, I know you're a fucking asshole and I know you're a dick. So it's definitely not something to protect the kids. I've been on that rant so many times. That is such a weaponized political tool. These people that say that, they don't care about children. I've said it before. If they care about kids, they would be implementing things like, free education, free health care, housing, clothing assistance, food assistance. There's so many other things that would cost so much less than what everything's being put into. So that's bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit. And even if it's not prompted by a political or religious or anything like that, it's still corporate minded. So whatever the CEO here continuously tries to say, or any other place like Discord, yeah, it's absolute bullshit. They're not trying to protect anyone. They're absolutely not trying to protect anyone. It's always about two things: power and money. And that's all it is. And as we can see, with the current Sony shit, as well as, Paramount and just everything else going on, yeah, it's obvious that the corporations are really pushing for more control and power. So yeah, as my little sticker down there says, high tech, low life. Welcome to the 21st century, motherfuckers. But the good news is we can fight back. We can push back. Don't even have to be violent about it. And one of those steps is what I'm doing right now. I walk away. I don't have to be here. I've already gotten the posts and response, saying, well, if you leave, it's going to make it hard for you to get your name out there and all that stuff. Okay. And I know you guys mean well. Like, I'm not spitting at that, but I've heard the same thing before. And each time I walk away, I feel like I come back, stronger than before. I walk away with a new vigor to try harder to put myself out there without the help of shilling or poking myself on social medias. There are other ways you can do it. Voice actors, performers, and artists have been doing it for decades. They've been doing it for so much longer. Yeah, does it make it harder in the 21st century? Absolutely. But shit doesn't have to be a numbers game. I was never in this for the likes and follows. Hell, I was never really in it for the money. The only reason I shill for that is just because, right now, that's just, we are forced to need money. I don't like it. I think money is a stupid concept as a whole, but hey, right now, I don't have a say in the matter. So I got to fight for that in my own way, and until I score a 9 to 5 that can make things a little stabler, as much as I hate, bowing down to some asshole, I understand that there's a game that has to be played. Cool. But I have a choice here. I still have a choice as a creator. I still have a choice as an individual. And this is my way of putting that out there. So yeah, I walk away from BlueSky. And as a whole, I'm walking away from social platforms like BlueSky. This doesn't mean I'm going to be disconnecting, from the net. This doesn't mean I'm not going to have a social, digital social server. I still have my website. I might expand that more. I have a few ideas on that. I have Stoat and Fluxer. I'm liking Fluxer a little more for various reasons I've already mentioned in the last video, and this one's probably going to be long in the tooth already. Many apologies. That's why I went ahead and did the little teaser in the front. But yeah, there's still going to be ways you guys can communicate with me and follow me, and I'm going to have my Ko-Fi. My Ko-Fi, or coffee, I never know how it's pronounced. Feel free to correct me in the comments. I won't see it. Ha ha ha. I mostly kid there. But yeah, that's not just for me to kind of beg for the tips. I can, I'm going to start posting there more. I'm going to start showing like my work. My work in progresses and my completed stuff. And I can also be commissioned from there. I will also be keeping my casting call club account, and I'll probably be adding myself to others. So I can try to force myself to get, more and more out there as a performer, as a creator. I will most likely be leaving Discord, as I've mentioned before in the past. I'm just waiting to, see if they really are going to go forth with the whole age verification and AI slap thing. At this point, it sounds like they are, probably as of next month, in August, maybe sooner, maybe later, but I'm working my way to dip out of there. But for those that are part of or want to be part of my my little neurodivergent server, I will probably be handing the keys off to someone that is not having, in their country, they're not having to worry about the whole age verification thing as of yet. So they'll maintain for those that want to stick around. Same thing goes for Twitch. I really want to pull further away from things like Twitch, because they're Amazon owned, and I just do not support Amazon. I'm going to do some more looking into with Kick or other alternatives. And for the time being, I will be maintaining the YouTubes. But at some point, again, I would like to pull away from Google. I'm really trying to pull further away from the megacorps, because they've shown their true colors finally. Something I've kind of been quote unquote predicting for many years. But yeah, there's WIP here and other alternatives, so I will be posting on those eventually. I think those will eventually take off, especially WIP here. I like a lot of their freedom for creators as of current. Kind of reminds me of the early days of YouTube's. And yeah, hell, even Microslop, I am working hard to pull away from them. Pretty soon, probably before the end of the year, I will probably be fully Linux. I'm just testing out shit on a clunker. But yeah, that's all that stuff. But again, coming back around to it, if anyone is still fucking listening, which if you are, I really appreciate you guys. You're the reasons why I keep, doing what I do. You're actually interested in me as a creator and the things I create. Even if I am a little slow about it and have my little ups and downs, you guys are awesome. You really are my beautiful dorks, and I appreciate you. You are so wonderful in every kind of way. But yeah, the biggest reason I think that I'm pulling away from social media on such a heavy level is just I really wasn't doing anything relevant. Kind of the same thing with the Twitch streams. It's either disposable content, which just doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't mean I'm going to be done with the streamings, but that's just an example. I'm just going to dial that back too. But, you know, like social media, I mostly doom scroll. I spend a way too long doom scrolling and looking at shit that just irks me or makes me depressed. And, you know, I post too much, you know, I get a little too personal. That's something, you know, I'm always worried about, and letting things slip that I don't want to slip out. Um, you know, things that I just don't want to risk as of current, especially in the current environment we live in right now. You know, so my posts are primarily just either repost, me pissing and moaning about what's going on in the world, pissing and moaning that I'm not making enough original content, pissing and moaning that I'm not doing enough auditions, pissing and moaning about my mental state. It's just mostly that, and that's kind of a problem with short form social platforms. So yeah, I'm gonna be sticking with the more server based. They kind of remind me of the old forum days, where, you know, if you want to go on a long ass rant, go on a long ass rant. If you want to drop a video like this, go for it, or whatever. And again, you can slip in and out of servers as much as you like. You know, it's just they're easier to walk away from or jump into or anything like that. So long as the server platforms themselves, like Discord, don't, you know, shit on their demographic and their user base, you know, I'll stick with that for a little while. But who knows? You know, they may start getting egregious too. The thing is, as I've mentioned before, I've been doing this since AOL Instant Messenger, kiddies. I have seen the rise and falls of many platforms, and most of them show very, very obvious patterns which way they're going. And I kind of smell the writing on the wall here. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. If I'm right, hey, I'm right. I don't care either way. I'm just making a choice for myself. And I want to stress that this is my choice. This is not me going around and saying, oh, anyone else here, they fuck. No, that's... again, like Instagram, I hate Zuckerberg. I hate everything he stands for and everything he does with his little metaverse. I don't shit on people that use Instagram Threads. I get it. I'm not going to shit on anyone that sticks around with Discord. I might shit on people that are hanging on X Twitter, though. There's a certain demographic over there. But I get why some of you might, you know, advertise there as creators. You know, you're trying to get your names out there. And you know what? I respect that hustle. That's just not me, though. I just can't do that. And, you know, I'm going to miss this platform. I really had high hopes for it. You know, I love the communities here, the art community, the gaming community, the furry community. Oh, you delicious, delicious furries. But, you know, seriously, you know, you guys have been wonderful. Especially the voice actors here have been so fucking supportive of my slow ass trying to kind of wiggle my way in. And I hope, you know, we still communicate in our own little ways. You know, whether it be through my website email, or if I gave you my personal email, or you guys are hitting me up on the Stoat or Fluxer or Ko-Fi or Coffee, I don't know, YouTube, or wherever else I go. I hope we continue to communicate. Because, again, you know, I really love you guys' support, and I you know, when you guys show interest in it, it makes me feel like I'm not just doing this for nothing. I've always done it for me, but I do want this to be for others to enjoy, you know. But, you know, that's it. That's all I really got. I'm sure there may be a few things I've missed on, but this video has gone on way too long. That's the downside of being candid. But yeah, you know, is what it is. Keep your ears open. I will, you know, I'll post on Ko-Fi, and I'll continue to start doing a little more of these little vlogs and updates. So for those that continue to follow me on things like YouTubes and all that, you know, I'll try to keep you guys posted. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I will try to work on alt servers for the ZHK Studios brand, so that way I can keep you guys even better posted. But yeah, that's pretty much it, kiddies. I will miss all of you when I shut this down tomorrow. I'll poke in once in a little bit to kind of check up on the comments and reinforce things. And below this video on BlueSky, I will drop links to all my other stuff. Save for SoundCloud. I forgot to mention. My SoundCloud, I killed it. It's just, I never see anything happen over there. There are better places I could put my audio shit, like my music and all that. So... yeah, but cool. Yeah, I hope you guys didn't mind this long format. Hope you really liked the short. Definitely gonna miss all of you that are my mutuals and my regulars and all that stuffs. Yeah, you guys are amazing. I genuinely love all of you guys. You're all amazing, and I can't express my appreciation for the support I've seen here enough. But I hope you guys understand. I hope you respect my decision. And I bid you all a fond farewell in the verbal sense. So, until next time, I hope you guys have a good rest of your lives. Live long and prosper. See you on the other side. So long. Thanks for all the fish and love, peace, and chicken grease. Yeah, that's all I got, kiddies. TTFN. Ta-ta for a now.